Hey everyone, I had a few minutes to sit down and film a video. We are currently getting ready for a pretty big overnight snow. We have been to the grocery store, we've brought in tons of firewood. We are gathering all flashlights and trying to find as many batteries as possible. There's a lot that we're doing to prep for possibly being in the house for like a week. But hopefully the power will not go out. I'm perfectly happy being snowed in and having to stay in the house like I'm hibernating. That is great. But when there is no power, no. So hopefully that won't happen. But anyway, I had a minute to come film a video, and I wanted to do my last book haul related to Christmas. I might do another book haul either this month or the end of next month, because I have one more book coming that I treated myself to for Christmas, and then I have a few on my birthday wish list, which was the middle of this month, so I'll probably do that maybe the beginning of February. But anyway, I got the last of the Christmas books, and I got them all in one day, and I also received, 2 related Christmas cards from friends, so that was lovely. So, I have a very large pile of books around me, and I'm getting confused as to which ones I've already shown. Yeah, I'll just dive in. So, the first one is Making of a Marchioness by Frances Hodgson Burnett, and I saw this film. The film was actually titled Making of a Lady, but I finally saw the movie. I was avoiding it because I thought it was about something it turns out it was not about at all, so I don't know if I was mixing it up with another movie or what. But it is about a girl who is a lady's companion. Her name is Emily, and she's a lady's companion to a rich, kind, elderly lady, and then this woman's either son or nephew, I forget which, comes home from, I think maybe like Africa or the Middle East somewhere, I'm not really sure. But anyway, he comes back to London, and he's been a soldier for so long that, he never fell in love or got married or anything like that. And he comes home, and his either mother or aunt, I'm not sure which, says, hey, you need a wife, because he is heir to quite a large estate. And so she's like, you need an heir, so you need a wife, you need somebody to take care of you. So she parades all these, socially acceptable, women of his social class in front of him, and he just doesn't take to any of them. He thinks that they all are basically like laughing at him because he's an older bachelor looking for a wife. I don't know. But anyway, he ends up asking Emily to marry him because they just get along well with each other. So it starts out with kind of a marriage of convenience. She is elevated in social standing and now financially secure, and he, has a female companion and then also will eventually gain an heir. And they actually end up, and this, I don't think this is a spoiler because it happens pretty quickly, but they end up genuinely falling in love with each other. And watching that part of the movie was just like, it was so romantic and sweet. I loved it. And then he actually has to go away again. I don't know if it's like another war, or like it could be World War I or the Boer War or something like that, but he's called away again. And then his cousin and his cousin's wife come and stay with Emily, and they stay under the pretext that her husband has sent them a letter saying, hey, my new wife is all alone at our mansion, and, she I don't want her to get lonely. She's really new at this. She's very young. Can you go stay with her and keep her company and help her out? Turns out maybe this isn't so true. The cousin and his wife are very charming and nice, but also they've got, like, sinister, very creepy things going on. And the movie, like, I was genuinely scared during some parts of this movie, which I thought was great. And surprising for a story written by Frances Hodgson Burnett. But anyway, so yeah, loved it enough that I wanted to get the book. And hopefully the book is very similar to the film, because I did love the film enough that if the book is too different, I'm afraid I won't like it as much, but hopefully I'll love it. And I love this edition. This is my third Persephone classic now, and I just find it to be completely beautiful. So, yay. Okay, so next we have, I'm kind of getting all of these a little mixed up, but I also got the next two and last two books in the Emily trilogy by Ellen Montgomery. This is Emily Climbs, book 2, which I really love the blue of the night sky in that one. It's very pretty. And then Emily's Quest, which is book 3, and I got these two to match my copy of Emily of New Moon, which I found at a used bookstore. The only problem is this one came a little bit, like, I think it got squished, and also now it looks like maybe rain damaged or something, so I will have to squish this back to the way it's supposed to be and just put books on it so that it stays like that. But anyway, very excited to read those. And then, and I'm not reading the backs of those because I don't want to know, because they are sequels. And then I also got Beren and Luthien by J.R.R. Tolkien. Sadly, this one also came damaged, and I don't know if I can request a new one or not. The bottom part of the cover is quite wrinkled, and then there's a rip here and a rip there. But maybe I can, like, straighten it out and tape it, and that will be fine. I will look online to see if I can fix it, and if I feel like I can't, then I'll maybe either just live with it or see if they will send me a new one, because I always hate when a book gets to me damaged and it's a new copy. So anyway, I will read you guys the inside summary of this one. It says, the tale of Beren and Luthien was, or became, as an essential element in the evolution of the Silmarillion, the myths and legends of the first age of the world conceived by J.R.R. Tolkien. Returning from France and the Battle of the Somme at the end of 1916, he wrote the tale in the following year. Essential to the story, and never changed, is the fate that shadowed the love of Beren and Luthien. For Beren was a mortal man, but Luthien was an immortal elf. Her father, a great elvish lord in deep opposition to Beren, imposed on him an impossible task that he must perform before he might wed Luthien. This is the kernel of the legend, and it leads to the supremely heroic attempt of Beren and Luthien together to rob the greatest of all evil beings, Melkor, called Morgoth, the black enemy of a Silmaril. In this book, Christopher Tolkien has attempted to extract the story of Beren and Luthien from the comprehensive work in which it was embedded, but that story was itself changing as it developed new associations within the larger history. To show something of the process whereby this great tale of Middle-earth evolved over the years, he has told the story in his father's own words by giving first its original form, and then passages in prose and verse from later texts that illustrate the narrative as it changed. Presented together for the first time, they reveal aspects of the story both in event and in narrative immediacy that were afterward lost. So, yes, I'm incredibly excited about this one, and I am definitely going to get to it this year. I'm hoping to read Two Towers, Return of the King, The Silmarillion, then this one, then Unfinished Tales, then Children of Húrin, and I'll probably save the first 5 History of Middle-earth books for next year, just because I don't want to, run out of Tolkien. Not that I would, because there's so much more to read at the library and stuff, but I mean, I don't want to run out of Tolkien that I currently own in 1 year. So, yeah, very, very excited for this one. And then we have the 2 Flavia de Luce books that I was missing, which were As Chimney Sweepers Come to Dust, which is book 7, and then Thrice the Branded Cat Hath Mewed, which is book 8, and then actually book 9 comes out January 30th, so I'm going to ask for maybe another gift card for my birthday and pre-order that, because I'm very excited about that one as well. And yeah, these were the only 2 I was missing, so now I'm excited that I can just kind of plow through the rest of the series if I want. As long as I actually finish I Am Half Sick of Shadows by the 6th, because I think after that I will be all Christmased out. But who knows, maybe I'll read a couple Christmas books and just, like, keep going with those until I finish. Anyway, so yeah, and I'm not going to read the backs of these because I'm worried that one of them might give away the ending of a previous book, and I'm only on book 3 right now. So anyway, very excited to have these. And then I got books 4, 5, and 6 of the Poldark series, which, again, I'm not going to read the backs, just because it does kind of tell you everything that happens, and I have only read through book 2. However, I have seen the show, so likely it's the same, especially because I know how close Debbie Horsfield has adapted the books for screen, but I still don't want to read the backs. Anyway, so we have book 4, which is Warleggan, which sadly has George Warleggan on the cover. I get why, but he's my least favorite character. No offense to the actor, I quite like Jack Farthing as an actor, I think he's great. But yeah, I hate his character so much. And then we have book 5, which is The Black Moon, which has Elizabeth on the cover. Same situation. I was only sort of impartial to her in the beginning, like I didn't like her, but I didn't really care. Now I think she has turned into a despicable human being on the show, so yeah, not a fan of Elizabeth. But again, no offense to the actress, because I also think she is a very good actress. And then, last but not least of these, we have The Four Swans, which is book 6. And this has Caroline Penvennon on the cover, and she is one of my favorite characters in the show, so I'm very happy to have her character on the cover. That's totally fine. And for these, I'll be reading 1 a month, probably. Either that or, like, maybe 1 every other month. And then I will get the other 2 later, once those TV tie-ins come out, which will probably be in, like, August, or not the other 2, the next 2, books 7 and 8, will probably come out in August or September. So yes, very excited for those. And then, last but not least in this pile, I hope this is all of them, is Pat of Silverbush, by Ellen Montgomery. This is the first in one of her duologies, and I got it in this beautiful Source Books edition, which now matches my copy of both the Blue Castle and the Tangled Web, which Tangled Web I just showed in a previous haul. But here, let me read you guys the back of this real quick. It says, "There's no place like home. Do fairies really come for the dish of milk we leave them? Is Mrs. McClanahan really a witch? How is it possible to find a new baby in a bed of parsley? These are all questions Pat Gardner wants to know, and it seems her Irish housekeeper, the incomparable Judy Plum, always has an answer, along with a hilarious story or two. For Pat, there is no place more magical on earth than her home of Silverbush, with its majestic birch trees and enchanting gardens. If it were up to her, nothing would ever change. But of course, if nothing changed, she'd never get a new baby sister, see her Aunt Hazel's wedding, or meet the only boy who truly understands her. Yes, there is change coming for Pat, some of it joyous and some of it heartbreaking. But no matter what, her favorite house in the world will always be waiting for her. So yeah, I'm definitely going to read this year, and I'm very, very excited for it. So those are all the books. Hopefully this will upload. I'm hoping it's not too long, but anyway, let me know what you guys think of any of the books that I've hauled, and thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.